Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Our today's topic is homeostasis. This is chapter number 15, and your first term course will include chapter number 15 homeostasis and the chapter number 16 support and movement, in which half of the chapter, that is only support, the skeleton of the human body, is included. First of all, we will start the topic homeostasis. Homeostasis is a word made up of two words, that is homeo and stasis. Homeo means self, stasis means regulation or balancing. And you people already discussed this topic in some revise in the grade 10, that what is homeostasis? This is the self-balancing system of the living organisms. Living organisms need some changes in their body, and they regulate their changes, or they regulate their internal environment in the fluctuation of external environment. Sometimes some changes or fluctuations occur in the external environment, and their changes, or the effect of their changes, are diminished by their internal system, and this is actually the self-balancing system of the living organisms, in which the three type of the regulation comes. You already studied in the grade 10, that is thermoregulation, osmoregulation and excretion. And all those topics will discussed here again with a little bit explanation. There are three components of the homeostatic system through which the homeostasis of the living organisms occur. Number one, receptors. Number two, control center. Number three, effectors. These are the three components of this system which works with each other, and they regulate the internal environment of the living organisms. Now, how these three components work together? First of all, a balanced environment. This shows the balanced environment in the living organism. But if sometime imbalance occur in the osmosis, water balance, solute balance, sometime imbalance occur in the temperature, the external environment temperature increase, or sometime the extra material increase inside the living organisms, then how this imbalance is then again balanced by the living organism. First of all, for this imbalance, the receptors work. Receptor receive the information of the imbalancing. Different types of receptor receive, and then they convey that message to the control center, special regulating center, where the receptor provide information about the imbalance of the internal environment. Control center studied that change, and then they provide special information to the effectors. Effectors act according to that information which is given to the control center, and then the effector balance that internal changes, or act in such a way that the internal changes can be diminished. So all these are the components, and they work together with each other. Receptor receive the changes and provide it to the control center. Control center provide information to the effectors. Effector act under the control of control center, and they diminish the internal changes and keep the balance of the internal environment. Now, what is feedback mechanism? Concept of feedback mechanism in the homeostasis. Homeostasis is a self-balancing system. So sometimes the feedback is negative and sometimes it is positive. These are the two types of the feedback. What is feedback? The feedback mechanism is the mechanism or the process which act with the previous organs, sometimes the muscles, sometimes the glands, and they then check the balancing system, the product of which act on the reactant. That's why this is known as feedback mechanism, that if a reaction occurs, its product affect the reactant, and that's why it is feedback mechanism, which is very important in the maintaining of the homeostasis. So there are two types of the feedback. One is the negative and the other is the positive. Actually, the negative feedback is very important and it is the main homeostatic process, while the positive feedback is just maintaining some processes, but it has very little or very low effect on the homeostasis. First of all, if we look at the negative feedback, for example, if we take the example, this is the diagram which show the regulation of the water inside the human body, and this is an example of the negative feedback. In negative feedback, the product affect the reactant negatively. Sometime the product when come and the balance occur inside the human body, the product stop the reactant, and that is the negative effect of the product. So it is known as negative feedback, in which the product produce negative effect on the reactant. That feedback is known as negative feedback. Here we are taking the example of the water deficiency. If the human body need water and there is deficiency of water inside the blood, what happen? The receptor receive that water deficiency of the body, and that receptors provide information to the hypothalamus, which is considered as a thermostat inside the human body. Hypothalamus, when receive this information, this change inside the body, this imbalance inside the body, it stimulates the pituitary lobe, and pituitary gland or pituitary lobe release ADH, antidiuretic hormone, special hormone released from the pituitary gland, that is released. And what is the effect of that ADH? That ADH cause the tubules to absorb water. They stimulate the convoluted tubules, the collecting ducts, to absorb more water from the blood and send it to the body. That absorb more water from urine. So less urine will be formed, and the material or the fluid inside the kidney will be more dilute, because more water is absorbed and the deficiency of the body is covered. So these are the products which and when the water deficiency covered, it stops the stimulation of the hypothalamus. When the water deficiency covered, it stops the hypothalamus stimulation. So the product when put negative effect on the reactant, hypothalamus stimulation is the reaction. Water deficiency when covered, it is the product. So when the water deficiency is covered, it stops hypothalamus to stimulate the pituitary gland. That is why this whole reaction, this whole balancing system is known as negative feedback. Next is positive feedback. What is positive feedback? In positive feedback, the product of the reaction put positive effect on the reaction. In previous, we already studied that the reactant, when put negative effect on the reactant, that is negative feedback. But here the product put positive effect on the reactant. Here we are taking the example of the milk secretion in the female, that when baby sucking increase, the production of the milk also increase. Baby sucking is the reaction, and the production of the milk is the product. When baby suck the nipple of the mother, it stimulates the hypothalamus, the thermostat or the control center of the body. It sends information to the pituitary gland. Pituitary gland is stimulated and it releases oxytocin, hormone oxytocin. This oxytocin further stimulates mammary glands